The Columbus Zoo and Aquarium is congratulating their partners over at the Wild as staff in Powell gets ready for a big fall themselves. Columbus Zoo's Sean Brehob is here this afternoon with us and with Mike for more on what's happening this month.
I love this, Sean. You brought trained groundhog Wilbur.
This is awesome right here.
Who sits like that? That is awesome.
Well, you know, if you guys, so groundhogs, when we're driving down the side of the road, we see those little brown animals that come out of the woods. That's a groundhog. And if you actually watch them, this is sort of their alert system. So this is what they would do out there in the wild to basically monitor and make sure there's no sign of predators or any type of dangers. They're going to raise up, kind of look all over, similar to like what a meerkat or something like that would. But this is the largest.
I don't expect to see a meerkat driving down the road.
Hopefully not. I don't know. It is Ohio, right? So.
But I like this. He's got Tracy in his gaze. He's just like checking her out and watching
he knows
her very closely.
He likes people that really like animals. That's what he's saying.
Well, you know, these guys. I thought they tended to be a bit ill-tempered because I've seen them get angry with people and then they make that terrible chattering sound with their teeth. But this guy seems surprisingly friendly.
Wilbur and Gordon have both been hand-raised at the Columbus Zoo. We use them a lot in our outreach program, so they go into a lot of schools.
Did you rescue them or
no? This was one that was hand-raised. They were just they're born. They could have. Sometimes we get them from Ohio Wildlife Center here in Ohio, but these guys were hand-raised, and then they'll stay with us their entire life. We use them a lot, the Animal Encounters Village, and then also on our outreach programs going into schools so that we can talk about native Ohio wildlife. But it's a perfect time of year for these guys. What's the saying? Tell everybody weather-wise. Do you remember what it is? If it sees a shadow, all that good stuff?
Yeah, you get the early spring or whatever, but we're not thinking about spring right now.
No. So these guys would actually...
He's out of season.
Right when it hits that first frost into winter time is when they start to go down underground into hibernation.
And then they eventually come back. I thought they hibernate, and then they come back up and they prognosticate for us.
There you go.
So these guys are very cute. I mean, but very friendly and very well trained.
He's very used to being out amongst people. Now, I mean, you watched before we went live here where he kept trying to grab at me to give him more food. So
he's needy.
Yes.
But, zoo hours any different for people right now?
So zoo hours now are 9 to 5. So we've cut back in the evening. And
cooler in the evenings.
Once the end of September comes, we'll actually cut back in the morning. We'll go at 10 o'clock. But get ready, folks. Fall Fest. Jack Hanna will be back in the Columbus Zoo for Fall Fest. I'm sure Susie will talk about that more next week. But it is Jack Hanna's 35th anniversry this year. So should be a pretty exciting time here at the Columbus Zoo.
I think he's going to stick out there. I think he's going to make it. So Tracy, groundhog, kind of a cutie. He's actually very friendly. Friendliest one I've ever seen. Weather next couple of days, very hot to go out to the zoo, but nice and dry at least until Wednesday.